Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Real quick, if you haven't before, smash that subscribe button. So let's talk about who buys four-door Jeep Wranglers and what kind of trails do they take them on? Assuming, of course, that they ever leave the pavement with their new Jeep Wrangler. I mean, let's face it, they're pretty expensive, and statistically, only about 4 to 6% of people who have four-wheel drive vehicles, like the Jeep Wrangler four-door, actually ever put it into four-wheel drive, which one would assume then that they don't actually ever go off-road. So let's go ahead, jump right in. Families, overlanders, camping enthusiasts, and daily drivers buy the four-door Jeep Wrangler, historically called the Wrangler Unlimited. And you know, it's funny, I can never keep that straight myself. I always mix up the name for some reason. I don't know why. But anyway, historically called the Wrangler Unlimited. They make up roughly 85 to 90% of all Wrangler sales because the four-door provides the practical cargo space and rear seat accessibility that the two-door lacks. And you know, we've had a two-door, I think about a year ago actually. We had the two-door Jeep Wrangler, and it was fun, and I love the look of it, but honestly, from a utilitarian standpoint, as a daily driver or maybe as a commuter vehicle, just wasn't a lot of fun. It was rough. It's a two-door, short wheelbase, right? And fairly difficult to get in and out of, particularly if you're putting anybody or anything in the backseat area. Definitely not conducive to daily use, in my opinion. When heading off-road, four-door owners heavily prefer overlanding routes, long-distance desert tracks, and steep vertical hill climbs. I think for me, I would probably prefer the more long-distance desert tracks, and even, I guess, overlanding routes. Going up and down steep hills, probably not my thing. But what do you use it for? Who buys four-door Wranglers? The buyer demographics for the four-door model generally fall into distinct lifestyle categories. Families and pet owners, parents needing to fit child seats and gear, or owners with large dogs who require the open cargo area. I mean, you can put those rear seats down and you've got a ton of room back there, right? So Fido can get in the back. If he's younger, he can jump in and out. If he's not, you get a pair or a set of those ramps, I guess, and they can still get up into the back of the Jeep and have plenty of room back there, right? Overlanders and campers, adventurers who need to haul heavy equipment, rooftop tents, refrigerators, and extra fuel for multi-day trips. That is a pretty serious overlander, I think. If you're hauling fuel, you know you're probably going to be out in the middle of nowhere and you're going to be gone for a while, right? Daily commuters, and I think this is probably the biggest category of who buys the Jeep Wrangler four-door. Drivers who love the open-air Jeep experience but want a smoother, more stable ride on the highway due to the longer wheelbase. Now, that is, of course, as I mentioned earlier, comparing it to the two-door Jeep Wrangler. Definitely going to be a smoother experience if you go with that longer wheelbase the four-door has. Towing enthusiasts, those pulling small campers or boats, as the four-door features a significantly higher towing capacity, up to 5,000 pounds on select trims, compared to the two-door version. So if you're going to be hauling around a camper or trailers or who knows, whatever you're going to be towing with it, the four-door is probably a better choice than going with the two-door. What trails are preferred? So for those who do overland or do get off-road and get it a little dirty, maybe actually put it into four-wheel drive, because the four-door Wrangler is roughly 22 inches longer than the two-door, it behaves differently on the trail. The preferred terrain. Wide open trails, expansive desert terrain like Moab, Utah, and steep hill climbs. The longer wheelbase provides incredible stability when climbing vertical obstacles, making it much less likely to flip backward, well, that'll ruin your day, compared to a shorter vehicle. The avoided terrain. Tight, heavily wooded trails and extreme rock crawling switchbacks. The four-door has a wider turning radius and a worse breakover angle, meaning its underbelly is much more prone to getting high-centered or scraped when coming over the crest of sharp rocks and ridges. You know, I've seen a few videos and things where guys have had their Jeep Wranglers out, right? And they're going over some sort of an area where you go up and then there's a pretty decent drop on the other side, right? So you have a crest. You go to get up, you get to the top, you start to drop over the other side, and that crest catches the bottom of the Jeep, and now it's just kind of sitting there like this for a second. The last thing I think you want to do is actually stop and maybe get stranded where now you don't have any traction on either side. You're like one of those kids' toys, you know, those little things you go back and forth on. I can't remember the name of it right now. A teeter-totter? I think that's what it was called. Is that what it is? A teeter-totter. So you're teeter-tottering on the crest of that hill. Not a good thing. Now, you're not going to have that problem unless it's really severe with a two-door version. So those are kind of the terrain or maybe the off-road trail type things that four-door owners avoid or maybe should be avoiding, right? Maybe you should have bought the two-door if you were going to do that kind of thing. So anyway, those are, I guess, the demographics of who buys a four-door Jeep Wrangler and what kind of trails they actually use it for. Now, me personally, what do we do with it? Well, primarily it's my wife's Jeep. She's not a big off-roader. She uses it to go to, I don't know, the grocery store, maybe the Target, maybe Kohl's. You guys have those stores in your areas. Things like that. So it's pretty much a pavement princess. We all hate that terminology, right? It's actually offensive, even if it's true, it seems. But in all honesty, that's what our Jeep Wrangler four-door is used for. I wouldn't mind taking it off-road myself. Of course, I'd have to pry the keys out of my wife's hand to do that, because if I ever brought it home and it had any kind of scratches or anything on it, that's not going to be a good day for me, and it's probably going to be an expensive one because most likely I'd be taking it to a body shop somewhere and having it repaired. It would drive her nuts. Anyway, leave a comment. Let me know, what demographic do you fall into? Why did you buy the Jeep Wrangler, the four-door specifically? What do you do with it? And if you ever do take it off-road, what kind of trails or terrain do you actually take it on? And have you ever had an issue? Like maybe that little teeter-totter thing. And I could only imagine the kind of damage that's doing to the parts underneath. Gives me chills. Anyway, let me know. I'd be curious. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.